I've got a question for you today. What do people say when they are the first to comment on a video? They say, I'm a feist. Feist. I've tried to think of a joke, but I'm struggling. Maybe someone should call the police on me. Or as we say in the UK, the coppers. Okay, I'll stop now and I'll start the video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see me never do those jokes again. Now, today we're going to be looking at the new Minecraft Snapshot. Obviously, this doesn't include all the new things coming to 1.17. However, it has added a few new blocks, which have got me really excited to build with. As you can see here, we've got a few new blocks. There's obviously more to come, but I'm quite excited to try them out. And more just find out how they work with other new blocks. So here you can see we've got this calcite and this tuff, which if I go into spectator mode, you can see over here. This is where you find the calcite and tuff surrounding these amethyst geodes that you can find and stumble into, which I love because they actually look like real life amethyst geodes. I think they've done really well with this. Gonna be interesting to see how that fits in with the whole new cave system. Another thing I'm really excited for are these candles, which you can see here. These float. If you do that, as you can see, you can have multiples of 4 of them. You can then light them, and obviously if there's more candles, it gives off more light. If I was to have one criticism of these things, though, it's that I wish they worked, you know, like sea pickles, where sea pickles is like random where they get placed. So you can see here, these 4 look way different to these 4, whereas these candles, they all look the same no matter how you place them. They always are identical. Also, it'd be cool if you could have like 4 different colors on one spot. But I'm excited to see how we can get these to work a bit later on. We've also got the new amethyst blocks. We've got the budding amethyst and the block of amethyst. I presume the budding one is the one that grows these new amethyst buds we have here. Also, this is the best sound of any block ever. Like, if you place them down at the right time, you can just make like a little song like... Like, look at it, it's so cute. Also, it makes a slight noise when you walk over it as well. If I turn my sound up, you can hear it. So we're going to be seeing what kind of block goes with these. And then finally, we have the copper blocks, which over time rust and change colors. We've got the standard copper block at the bottom here, then we get the lightly weathered one, the semi-weathered one, and finally the weathered one. And we've got the cut copper as well. Plus there's these stair variants and these waxed cut variants, which you make by using a honeycomb and a copper block together. And when you have waxed copper, this won't change color. So this will stay the same. It will not oxidize like this. And finally, we have the lightning rod, which is a really cool block because it sort of just places kind of like an end rod. So I can already see myself using this in a lot of builds because it just has like a really cool design. I can already see using it as like a banister for a stairs or something like that. But that's all we've really got to work with for now. But I think we could definitely use some of these blocks with some older blocks to make an interesting looking house. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Now, I've come to a flat world here because I kind of want to build a couple of houses, as some of these blocks, they don't really go together, the new ones. So instead, we might build 2 different types of houses. So we spawned a flat world here. As you can see, there's a village over there. Let's have a look. Yep, that's definitely a village. I'm not sure what I think of this telescope thing yet. It's cool when you're in F1 mode. It kind of just works like Optifine. But it looks silly when I'm holding it. Look at it. But these copper blocks, right, they give me a very industrial vibe. So I think I might go for like a sort of modern sort of industrial house to start with. Let's just start building and see where we get. I think this will go well with like some acacia and also this new tuff block I quite like. So I did try something over here and I just ended up hating it. So I've moved on to a more modern looking house. As you can see here, we've kind of got the basics coming in. I've already used some of the waxed copper here, plus the lightly weathered one as well. I really like this, and this is all the new tuff block. And I've also used these lightning rods here. I think these make really nice pillars. I've also used these levers here with these candles, and I think that works really well as like a little lighting thing there. I've got like a garage door here as well. I might add on some stuff around this in a second, but I'm quite liking how this looks. It's a shame we've not got Optifine on and not got the connected textures because I really miss them. But so far, so good. Let's add like another floor to this and work on the back as well. Okay, this is starting to look a lot better now. We got like this roof on here. I'm not so sure about the andesite, but you know what? I'm going to roll with it. I think it doesn't look terrible. And it also feels like there's some stuff missing on the walls, but then it is a very minimalistic sort of build, very modern. But I'm quite liking it so far. Let's get working on the inside, as I think we can use some of these new blocks in here for sure. I'm kind of loving decorating the interior of this house. I'm going to show you quickly what I've done so far. We've not finished it, but honestly, I'm loving it. So we've split off the rooms down here. As you can see, we've actually used the garage as a storage room. As you can see here, we've got some barrels up there, but mainly these chests are where you would store your stuff. We've also got some other barrels in here just for decoration, but plenty of storage for anything you'd ever need. And then we've got the staircase going up there. We've got the wooden floor up the top. And I added this area in, and I love this area. I think this is adorable. We've used a few of these new weathered copper blocks down here. As you can see, there's multiple of them, which I think go really well with the mossy cobblestone. And you can just sort of head across here, and I think that looks really cool with all the hanging plants and stuff. And this copper just goes so well with like the jungle and acacia. I think it works perfectly. And then round here, we've got a little kitchen area, which we are working on currently. I'm going to add some more stuff into this area now, but this is really fun. Let's see what we can come up with. I'm thinking maybe some lights over here using some of these lightning rods. In fact, these lightning rods with the candle here make like these tiki torches, which I think look really good. I'm going to add a few of these around it, and you can add like multiple candles as well, and it still looks good. Interesting. All right, so the bottom floor is now done. We've also done a bit of work on the outside as well. As you can see here, I did a little garden on, a little driveway, and this path up as well, which I think is looking really nice. And if we head inside, you can see we've got a very nice looking area in here now with this little kitchen table. The hanging plants and lanterns using some of these lightning rods. We've also got a little wardrobe over here. I've used the lightning rods as like little table stands. I think they work really well and are much better than fences as they don't connect. Very modern looking, but I'm pretty happy with this. And then we've also added this little section on here as well. We're going to work on the upstairs now. I've already used the lightning rods as a little banister here. I think that looks pretty cool. Although, I think this would work better without the acacia. I'm not sure what would look better. Maybe the spruce or the dark oak, which don't have the holes in them. But let me add some stuff in up here and see what we can do. So I didn't go too crazy up here. We've got a little sort of shelf thing here, plus there as well. Didn't really know what to put in this section here. It was a bit hard. And then we've got this sort of living area here with this settee and a little chair. We've got some bookshelves, got a little stand over here with some stuff on it. Pretty basic stuff, but I think looks really nice. I had also added in another chandelier. I really like how you can use these candles now. I think they look awesome for chandeliers. So much better than lanterns. And then the bedroom again, pretty simple. We got a double bed, we got a little lamp, we got a clock on the wall, we got like a little wardrobe as well. Very basic stuff. And I've also been messing around outside because I was like, there's not enough space for an enchanting room in here. So instead, I made this one here, and I've taken advantage of the candles and how they float to make a very sort of magical looking enchanting room here. I think this looks super cool. I also use the candles in the floor down here. These are all actually lit. It's kind of hard to tell. I wish the flames would show through the glass, but for some reason there's a visual glitch where you can't see them through the glass. Like these ones on when you put glass next to them, you can't see it. It's really weird. I don't know why it does that. But either way, it looks quite cool with the candles down there. I'm just happy with this design. I think it looks pretty cool. Not so sure about the crying obsidian, but the purple and green go really well together. Now, another block I want to mess around with is this calcite block. And also mess around with the copper a bit more, as I used it on the wall there a little bit, but I feel like we could make a pretty cool roof out of this. So let me see if I can build a house quickly. So I decided to actually time-lapse this. It's not the best of time-lapses, but it's okay, seeing as we're in a snapshot and things are a bit glitchy in the snapshot. I've built houses like this in the past where you use like quartz and wool and bits of diorite, but this calcite block goes really, really well instead of those blocks. I used a bit of diorite with it, but the calcite as like the main block is awesome, and it goes really well with this purple roof, which I actually mixed some copper into and added some leaves, made it look really overgrown, and the copper and like the rusty effect that it has looks so cool. I love how this like green goes so well with the purple of the roof here. I think it looks awesome. We also use some of the more of the tough block, which we use on the other house, as you can see for this tower here. It mixes really well with cobblestone and andesite, I think. Also, it's just in general quite a cool looking block. I just love the new textures. I hope we're going to get like a smooth version of it, or like stairs for it sort of thing. That would be cool. But obviously, we're very early on in this snapshot at the moment, so it's kind of hard to tell what's going to come in the future. Obviously, there's going to be more blocks in the future as well when they add in all the overgrown caves and stuff. I'm just really excited in general to see how this thing is looking. And I have a feeling this color scheme with like the greens and the purples is going to be very popular, as we've got a lot of greens now thanks to the warped planks of the last update, plus all the copper of this update. But it ended up looking like quite a cool sort of overgrown barn slash house. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Lots of leaves everywhere, vines, adding some greenery. It's mad that this is vanilla Minecraft. It's crazy how far we're coming along since like 1.8 or whatever. There you go. I think that looks like a really good build. Also, I use the lightning rod here along with the end rod. I'm not sure if I should have it the other way around. I think it works quite well with the end rod like that, and it makes like this cute little spire thing, which is quite cool. I love how these transition, these blocks, especially these two green ones here. They just look so good next to each other. We've used a load of them on the roof here, as you can see, plus the leaves. Everything else. I think all in all, I'm just so happy with how like these blocks are looking. I'm super excited to see more. I didn't decorate the inside of this place because we've already done an interior over here, but that's looking good. Our two houses we built here are very nice indeed. I'm super happy with them. I think the candles are awesome. I think the copper is awesome. I'm really excited to see the new blocks that come along as well. But unfortunately, guys, that is all we've got time for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and leave a like and comment, and I shall see you another time. Goodbye.